From the dawn of civilization, ancient wisdom traditions identified powerful forces that could derail a human life. We call them the 7 deadly sins. But don't imagine dusty medieval monsters confined to history books. Think of them as subtle, insidious currents weaving through our modern lives. Whispers of self-indulgence, sharp edges of unbridled consumption, the heavy weight of apathy in a world demanding constant engagement. In an age saturated with instant gratification, endless comparison, and the relentless pursuit of more, these ancient sins take on new, often disguised guises, quietly eroding our well-being and pulling us away from our true, authentic selves. But what if understanding these timeless patterns is the first courageous step towards a profoundly different path? What if, as an ancient proverb reminds us, guarding our hearts is the very key to unlocking a life of profound purpose, enduring peace and genuine freedom? Meet Liam. In his mid-30s, he built a respectable career, but subtly, unconsciously, he found himself wrestling with these timeless temptations, manifesting in deeply contemporary ways. Pride, for Liam, subtly manifested as a relentless, almost obsessive need for online validation. He spent hours meticulously crafting a perfect digital persona, curating every post, every image, yet paradoxically, feeling increasingly insecure and performative offline, haunted by the gap between his online facade and his true self. Envy, sparked with a bitter intensity when scrolling through friends' seemingly perfect vacation photos or career milestones, leading to a quiet, corrosive resentment that poisoned his joy in his own blessings. Gluttony wasn't just about overeating. For Liam, it was the insatiable, restless consumption of endless streaming entertainment, binge-watching series, impulse online shopping, and constant digital distractions, leaving him perpetually restless, unfulfilled, and emotionally drained. Lust often took the form of fleeting digital connections, the pursuit of superficial intimacy through apps and casual encounters, seeking temporary thrills that only deepened his sense of isolation and detachment from genuine relationship. Anger flared quickly in the anonymity of online comment sections, dissolving into impatient road rage or boiling over in frustrating tech support calls, fueled by a pervasive sense of impatience and a lack of control. Sloth wasn't outright laziness, but a profound spiritual apathy that dulled his desire for personal growth, for deeper connection, for engaging with meaningful pursuits beyond immediate comfort. He'd procrastinate on important tasks, choosing passive consumption over active creation. And avarice wasn't just a simple greed for money, but an insatiable, restless desire for more things, always chasing the next acquisition, the latest gadget, the newest trend, never truly satisfied, always believing more would bring contentment. These weren't grand, dramatic falls from grace, but subtle, insidious drains on his energy, eroding his inner peace, fragmenting his attention, and subtly pulling him away from his authentic self, leaving him feeling fragmented, exhausted, and profoundly unfulfilled. He felt a constant, quiet unease, a feeling that he was fundamentally less than, unworthy of true peace or joy, constantly running on a hamster wheel of self-comparison and fleeting gratification. The cumulative weariness of this internal battle became unbearable, a constant draining hum that stole his peace and vitality. Liam finally realized these subtle currents were not leading him to fulfillment, but deeper into a cycle of dissatisfaction. In a moment of quiet desperation, perhaps drawn to a serene, natural setting like a quiet park or a long-forgotten family heirloom, Liam found himself opening an old, worn Bible. His eyes fell upon words that seemed to leap from the aged pages, cutting through the persistent noise in his mind with profound clarity and ancient wisdom. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. It was a revelation, not a judgment, not a new rule, but a profound guiding principle, an invitation to a different way of living. In that very moment, a gentle, warm light seemed to touch his heart, a profound sense of clarity and purpose. It was as if Jesus himself was present, not with condemnation for past struggles or missteps, but with an outstretched hand, a look of profound, unconditional affirmation, inviting Liam to a path of intentional living, a life where genuine virtue could flourish from a well-guarded, protected inner space. This was the turning point, the whisper of true freedom. Embracing this divine wisdom wasn't an instant fix, nor was it a magic spell. It was a conscious, courageous journey of disciplined choice and persistent practice, a daily cultivation of his inner landscape. Liam began to actively cultivate virtues, understanding them as powerful countercurrents to the subtle sins that had once drained him. Instead of pride, he sought humility, acknowledging his imperfections, genuinely celebrating others' successes, and finding peace in authenticity. Rather than envy, he practiced admiration and genuine appreciation, celebrating the beauty and success he saw in others without comparison, fostering a heart of contentment. For gluttony, he embraced temperance, finding true joy in moderation, intentional consumption of food, media, and experiences, and rediscovering stillness. He chose chastity over superficial lust, seeking genuine, deep connection and purity of thought, valuing true intimacy. Anger was met with patience, a conscious effort to pause, to breathe, and to respond with kindness and understanding, even in frustrating situations. Sloth transformed into diligence, finding profound purpose and focused engagement in his tasks, whether work or personal, discovering the joy of productive effort. And avarice gave way to charity, a joyful, unburdened willingness to share his resources, his time, and his heart, finding true contentment in enough, and recognizing true wealth in generosity. This transformative process wasn't about rigid external rules, but about cultivating a heart from which goodness, peace, and love could naturally flow, guided by unwavering grace. Old habits occasionally resurfaced, testing his resolve and inviting moments of regression. But with each deliberate choice, each moment of conscious redirection, his inner landscape began to transform, becoming a vibrant garden of virtues, blossoming from within. The ancient wisdom proved true. Guarding his heart wasn't about rigid self-restriction or endless rules. It was about the profound cultivation of an inner garden where genuine virtue could naturally flourish. Liam discovered a newfound freedom, a lightness of spirit he hadn't felt in years, a sense of authentic self. His life became more deeply aligned, more truly authentic, infused with a profound purpose that transcended fleeting trends and external pressures. The relentless pursuit of external validation faded into insignificance, replaced by a deep, abiding inner contentment that couldn't be bought or taken away. Living authentically, embracing his unique gifts, and contributing to the world in a way that resonated deeply with his soul became his new, true measure of success. His life, once marked by subtle entanglements and inner turmoil, now radiated a quiet confidence and a lasting peace, rooted in the unshakable truth that a heart, guarded by divine love, is truly a wellspring of every good thing. Your heart, too, can be this wellspring.